Hello, everybody, again. Welcome to the Inside Scoop, episode 21. Today we have another guest. We have our
Hey,
co host, Oscar. And Oscar, have you seen Yaseen?
Yeah, I've seen Yaseen.
Oh
you
my
have seen
god,
me.
dude!
I'm
I
here.
just wanted to use this such a stupid meme, man. I think it's been overused a
I
lot.
love it, man. I love
Yeah.
it.
However, yeah, that's the man himself, Yaseen.
Hell yeah. What's up, guys?
Hey there. So yeah, we last week we had quite a conversation, one of our longer episodes about preparing for summer and how we're gonna have quite a long summer actually. October, when was it? 20th or
5th
something.
or 6th.
5th? Pretty much like
something like that.
yeah, something in
Is it
the
mid-October?
October. Yeah, when we have to start uni.
It's
So
like around 4 months from now, exactly, almost.
Damn,
yeah.
son.
So that's what I was thinking, right? We don't really have internships. Well, maybe some of us is gonna get one because I heard Yasin's like talking something about it. No?
Oh no, it got cancelled.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, yeah, it got cancelled for the coronavirus. So,
Ah,
um, they said they couldn't take any, like they didn't have like a remote program set up.
mhm.
So they couldn't take me in for the like remotely because I could have done remote work easily. But yeah, it was unfortunate.
Damn, dude. So that was it like in Edinburgh or something? Or
Yeah, Edinburgh. Yeah.
oh, man.
I don't know. Like, I probably won't mention the company, but like
Yeah,
they were doing C++. If any of you guys know what that is.
Is
No.
that something you
What's C++?
wanna? Is that something you wanna pursue later? Like continue this language or?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Like that's one of the things I probably would like to like do on the side a little bit. Maybe that could happen over the summer. Like do some little problems because I was using this site called Leak Code that was helping me out with like just like problem solving. So maybe I can do some of that on the side. But yeah.
Have you heard of like sites like Code Forces or Open Catus, like those online problem websites? Not really, maybe.
Oh no, actually no.
Um,
Uh,
it's a very cool thing. Like if you wanna, I can link it
Code
afterwards.
Forces, yeah.
Code Forces and I think the other one which I usually go for is open.catus. I'll link it
Okay.
afterwards, but
All right.
it's like a place where they sort of provide problems. It's almost like competitive programming, but you do it in your own time. You can choose any language you want, and there's all sorts of exercises. Like everything can start off by a fizz buzz, like as simple as that. So it's pretty much they give you inputs, and your program is supposed to spit out outputs, and you can write the program. Then you can choose what language you're submitting it and submit the file, and they're gonna run the tests on it and tell you if you got the full points or if you failed, and then you have
Oh
to.
wow.
Yeah, it's like practicing if you are into stuff like C++ like that. But
Oh nice. Yeah. I think that'll be like the best way for me to do it. Just like do these like problem solving things, I guess.
yeah, but that is, I guess, if you want to do some algorithms and practice the logical thinking. But what do you think about making something or I don't know, creating?
Yeah, like I've been thinking about like for the longest time making an app, and I want to do it like since I've got this amount of time and the internship cancelled, I thought like I might as well just make the app, you know. And I want to do it just by I want to do it. I'm giving myself 3 months to do it.
Oh, here we go. Summer plans incoming.
Summer planned, yeah. I'll give myself 3 months to do it, hopefully, like 3 to 4 months. Like I'm giving myself like a decent chunk of time so I don't like feel overwhelmed at the same time because I'm also learning a new framework as well called Flutter. Like for those who don't know, like Flutter is like a cross-platform app development framework, and it allows you to build like apps using one code base for both iOS and Android.
Is that C++?
and no, it uses a language called Dot,
Oh,
um, which has elements in C++, even JavaScript, C Sharp, and Java, just like clumped into one language. But like it has like elements, like features that you would like in all those like languages that are listed. Um, and it's simple. That's why they've picked that language, because it's simple, and it like directly compiles, which makes the cross-platform apps run faster compared to like another framework called React Native. So that's why like I want to learn Flutter, because it's like you can make these like swift animations. And with Native, you're like limited to that, I believe. Like it's a lot more slower to process. And I've got an app idea, but I don't want to share it.
oh,
Yeah, I know. Just in case, because it could be something good. It could be
could
something
be
useful.
big, yeah.
Maybe. Maybe. Like I'm not trying to overhype it, but
Oh, but yeah, I obviously imagine, uh, having some sort of a, yeah, because that's what I'm. So my plan for the summer, is, as I've mentioned last week, is to publish the game. Well, maybe not straight after the summer, but like constantly do some progress every single day. I don't have a day of zero progress. It's like just constantly work towards publishing this game. Um, and this, like, I'm doing a game because I always sort of wanted to make an app, but I never really had any ideas for the apps. Like, that's what I struggled with.
mm,
I don't know if, for example, Oscar could relate. Like, have you ever
Bro,
had any ideas to just make an app or something?
ideas are in abundance always. It's actually executing things that is the, you know.
trust me,
Really?
yeah.
Man,
Uh,
I didn't even have ideas for the start.
do you want me to be your ideas person?
I want to be my
Bro.
Steve Jobs.
It can be your Jamie.
No, we need Eddie Bravo, man.
Oh, yo. Hey, that
For
could be
real.
Alan.
Oh, we should get him on.
Yeah.
For real.
Anyway, so you say you had all the ideas, Oscar.
I mean, ideas just come and go. You've just got to write them down, and then hopefully in the future you actually dedicate some time to doing them, or you let them sit for a little and realize they're actually stupid. So,
Yeah, that's what I
mean,
mean. You can
Mm.
come up with some, like, I wanted to do some meditation apps. What is it? Philosophical meditation,
Mm.
something like
Oh.
that. So make a little app which every day prompts you 3 questions. I think I even have I have it written somewhere in my notebook. It just pretty much prompts you these 3 questions. One of them being, yeah, let me quickly look over it. But it's something along the lines of, oh, here we go. What am I presently anxious about? Other one being, what am I presently upset about? The other one, what am I presently excited about? And this philosophical meditation is sort of supposed to every day make you fill these in and sort of think of what fills you with energy and excitement, what drains you of energy, and then you sort of can at the end of the week maybe look at it and see your patterns, and then maybe
Mm.
spot something by saying, oh, today I just keep feeling bad about some sort of a deadline, and then you realize that, oh, the deadline isn't all that bad, like I just need to deal with it. Yeah, but I started implementing this with JavaScript and Firebase, and I realized that, like I may as well just, make a journal, and other people, if they want to do something like that, there's thousands of apps, so the
Yeah.
idea just died off and I just never implemented it.
But you had that idea though. Like you got ideas. Like
Well, sometimes.
yeah. I mean,
But
like how do you think your scroll forest is progressing? Like what's your deadline on that, do you think?
oh man, a festival is in 4 days, and I don't have a
4 days. Wow.
gameplay yet, which is
Damn,
like
son.
very sad, and I've been stuck for the past few days, but I don't want to keep saying I'm stuck because, psychologically you program yourself to be stuck. But I've been slowly working towards like listing out all the resources that I want to have and all sorts of. So I sort of know what I want it to be, but at the same time I don't know what the exact specific like step by step gameplay should be, and it's gonna be something, and I'm probably gonna release it as a demo with sort of a feedback inbox saying, just shoot me some ideas, what you think, what you would like to see and whatever. So yeah, but the deadline, like the release date currently is January, but I think I would really like to not push this game all too long, because otherwise, someone's first game is, well, not to say that it's supposed to be, but like people usually say your first game should be like 6 months long, to not,
Right.
because you know that it's gonna bomb anyway. Like it's not really gonna be well, again, you can't say for everyone because some games are just massive successes, but
Like
yeah.
Minecraft.
Like Minecraft, yeah.
Yeah.
I
I don't know
mean,
if that was his first
Yeah, I don't
game.
think that was his first game. He had some
Yeah.
cool games before that, like coupled. But
Oh yeah.
yeah. I've heard some controversies about Minecraft being Infiniminer, and Infiniminer is the actual game, and then some.
come on, man, though. Like, he just made a good game. He just made a good concept, made a good game.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I mean,
it's not like he had loads of fucking money. There's the F-bomb behind him to like just monopolize Minecraft, monopolize the space of blocky games.
that's true.
He made a good game. That's all.
No, yeah, that's the thing. I do agree with that. However, I've heard a story of a person who was volunteering in GDC once. GDC being a game developers conference, and saw Notch go up on stage presenting what later was Minecraft, and that dude realized that, oh shit, that's my game. Because he put that code for free, but that's the problem. He didn't, stick through the whole process of releasing it. All he did is, I think, he open sourced the infinite
Infiniminer or whatever.
Well, Infiniminer, that's like an infinitely procedurally generated world, and then you can mine, and that's it, I think. So people said that this game is kind of cool, you should, continue, but then he didn't or whatever. And then one day he was volunteering in the conference and saw Notch going up on stage with that game, or getting an award or something, or nomination, So I was like, oh, what the hell, man. But yeah.
Hey man, it's like anybody who comes up with an idea like this, like it's you gotta know it's good. It's just a game you can do anything in. Basically, it's Legos, but it's infinite.
Well, but the thing is, it wasn't like it wasn't all that clear back in the day. When you just made the game, it's like
anybody who as a child played with Legos would love to have a game where you have an infinite amount of Legos. It's
But like Notch thought his idea was bad, right? Like when you thought your ideas were bad as well, like maybe how it looked at first just like made him feel like, oh, like what's the point of working on this, because it's it looks like shit or something. Maybe that's like the wall you have to overcome.
Oh, you push through that.
Yeah, like it may look like shit at first, but like it could become something. That's the thing. And like luckily Notch pursued, like he kept on with that idea.
Yeah, and then boom, now we have all of that, man.
Yeah, now we have PewDiePie streaming Minecraft and
yeah, like biggest streamer in the world, streaming biggest YouTuber, whatever, streaming.
I think it's like the most
game.
viewed game, isn't it?
The what?
Like one of the most viewed games on YouTube.
I wouldn't be surprised, man. Yeah.
Isn't it the most downloaded game as well right now? Didn't it beat like Tetris a while ago?
Whoa.
Okay. Damn, son.
Damn.
And like,
yeah, I think so. I've heard it somewhere. Yeah.
Mm.
It's massive, dude.
crazy.
I mean, do you guys believe that like we would eventually succeed if we just like kept doing projects after projects after projects, like for all of those years that we're gonna be active programmers
Well,
or
probably.
developers?
But here's a thought though, something I've been thinking about recently is, I'm all about like knowledge and stuff, and I've got things I want to research and all. I can like, even if I'm homeless, I can still go to the public library, right?
Mm.
So, if I can't sustain myself from my work delivering food, then I'll just use the public library.
Become a hobo. Learn about philosophy.
I don't care. I'm gonna be like Diogenes.
Hell yeah. Oh wait, didn't like piss on people or something?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, well,
man.
except for those things, I'm not gonna go piss on people, so I'm gonna get arrested.
Oh my god, man. Yeah, he was like a dog. Like people said that about him, just like a freaking
Yeah.
Whoa, man.
But I believe like his ideas, like people still use his ideas. Not piss on people, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you should do that now.
Hell yeah.
But coming back to the question of like doing projects throughout our entire programming careers, like you probably should, because eventually you're going to stumble across something, I think. And just the residual income, like if you've got projects that don't need a lot of maintenance that are just out there as apps, then
Oh man, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you like continue to like just do stuff, like eventually you would come up with something. It's like law of attraction, I believe it's called. It's like if you just keep doing it, eventually you would attract success, like attract that idea or something.
Well, it's just statistics, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, statistically, I'm thinking, for example, if you do YouTube or anything like that, if you make decent-ish content and you keep going, imagine what happens after 10 years if you keep going every week. You'll have hundreds of videos, which means your fishnet has been I don't know if like if it's the correct term for that. Like the net they use to catch fish. I mean, fishnet, whatever.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah, it expands so much that anyone who is online and someone looks something up, it's a way higher chance for one of your videos to be showed to that person. So it's just like almost exponentially your discoverability is growing. And then if you have like, so it's I'm currently talking about YouTube videos, but then you could literally, I think, use the same concept for example, for applications or games or anything, right?
Right, yeah.
Like imagine playing FIFA 2020 or something. You do know that they have FIFA 2019, 18, 7. Like, it's probably a stupid example, but like imagine a game publisher who has cool games. Like for example, even Rockstar games. For sure you want to play GTA 5 because GTA, 4 was cool. And you know that they have been consistently producing games like that, so you just like they're like established. And maybe some people don't like GTA 5, maybe some people don't like the 4th, but like they still probably like San Andreas or something. When they come in and learn about the series at any point, it's just like
progression. It shows that progression.
Yeah, it's progression plus consistency, and when you keep going. So I think I may have even found a title for this week's episode. Can you brute force success? Can you brute force success? Like, what do you guys think?
That's a good title, yeah. Can you brute force success? I mean, there are going to be some odd edge cases where, like, some Asian kid, I know I'm stereotyping, but some Asian kid builds something, his first thing, and then, like, on the App Store just gets, like, tons of hits, right?
Yeah.
And then he's just a one-hit wonder and then like, drops off, right?
Yeah.
And then you can
like
get these people where they keep going, keep pushing, and then they release something, right? Just like GTA, where they had this like, was it Vice City their first game?
No,
Well,
GTA's first game?
GTA
yeah,
1.
Oh, GTA 1, a top down.
GTA 1. Top down, wow.
Yeah, it was a
So
Well,
he
it
top
was
wasn't
down.
that.
called Top Down, was it?
What?
What was it? Top
It was
down.
called something else before it was called GTA as well. I'm pretty
Mm.
sure. But yeah,
Well,
Yeah,
regardless,
it was just like a top down game. It was
or
stupidly.
even Fallout, Fallout. Fallout's a good example where they had this like one like 2D game, right? And then they built on to like have this amazing like franchise of games where
Mm-hmm.
people can try out. And that progression, it shows that progression. And I think if you show that progression, that brute force, you become more consistent. I believe.
Hmm. Yeah, and then if you keep going and if you keep doing.
Yeah. I like the idea like can you brute force success?
Mm-hmm. Technically, when you think about it, how many successful apps do you need? For example, you made 20 apps. How many of those would need to pick up to be successful?
Oh, you need one.
What exactly? All you need is one. For
Mm.
example, Facebook. If I mean, I don't know. They did there's just like a huge discussion debate on what's ethical or not. But it's been like a long time forming company. So now they, as in like morals and ethics. Like we're not talking about that, but we're talking about the raw numbers success. As in,
Right.
I don't think they've started like, yeah, I don't think they made like hundreds of different stupid apps in college. Like maybe they have, but like that's all they needed. One simple app, and then they keep going with it. Like, what is Mark Zuckerberg known for? Like
Facebook.
Facebook. Like, I mean, what else does he need?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
the thing. Like,
Or even like Bill Gates, like he's like, what is he known for?
yeah, he's known
Microsoft.
for Microsoft.
Yeah.
And he's been known for Microsoft for years, dude.
Mm-hmm. Who else?
I mean, there are different
Jobs.
people, okay? There are different people.
Yeah.
There's Elon
There
Musk.
he is.
There's Elon
He-
Musk. There's like
Oh,
he's not a human.
yeah.
He was known for PayPal. He was known for I mean, his CV, dude. Flying rockets to
His
space,
CV.
boring holes under LA, carrying Tesla legacy
Do
with
you really
Playing
think he has a
for-
CV?
what?
Do you think he has a CV?
Yeah. Yeah, I
It's
think
like, I'm
his
Elon Musk.
CV was some sort of a meme. Yeah.
His
That's what I'm
CV is
saying.
Tesla itself. That's his CV.
But that's the thing. He's like an edge case, sort of.
Yeah.
I mean, like we're looking at crazy cases now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but honestly,
out of
do
this
you
world.
actually need to go all that much if you want to sustain yourself? As for example, so I've heard this guy. Did he create a Tumblr or something?
Mm.
Let me Google it.
Yeah, with Musk, he could have stopped at PayPal.
Sure.
I mean,
Yeah. He
the
could have
driver
stopped
for
at,
him is the money, right?
Yeah. Well, no, actually,
The
no.
cars.
The drive for him was
Well, first he
like,
wanted a
driving humanity, wasn't it?
No, well, first he wanted a gaming PC, so he made the video game.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he sold it.
He sold that for like $500 or something.
Yeah.
Like some like
And-
on the
and-
like for like a newspaper or something. I read. I
And
don't
then
know.
he used his frat house or whatever it's called in America for like as a nightclub or something.
Wait,
Oh,
who?
Yeah. He had a nightclub while he was in uni.
Of his house from his house.
Yeah.
and then his motivation. Then what his motivation was like cars. I think he wanted a nice car.
Cars, yeah. But the thing is, he didn't start the company. I think there was like two guys that had the company before.
What, PayPal?
No,
Or-
Tesla.
Tesla?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know that
And-
much about it.
But like he made like huge investments in that company and like drove the technology like elsewhere to make it to where it is now right now.
Hmm.
But his main involvement was SpaceX.
Right.
PayPal.
Mm.
What else? Oh yeah, he started a company called Zip2, I believe.
Hmm.
which is like I don't know actually like exactly what Jamie searched it.
Bruh.
Jamie, look it up.
Look it up. No, I don't know exactly what it did, but I think it like it was some sort of like Google Maps equivalent.
A company that
Oh,
provided and licensed online city guide software to newspapers.
oh,
Yeah,
I
that's
know
what it
this
was.
guy. Wait a second. I finally looked it up, and I realized that I've been listening to this guy's podcasts. Wow,
Really?
it's Marco Arment, an iPhone developer. So the thing is, he is known for developing Tumblr, was it Instapaper, Magazine, Overcast, Neutral, like all of these like apps, and yeah. So that's what I was saying about, you know, you need one of your apps to pick up. So this guy is running, well, with a colleague, David Smith. They're running a weekly iOS indie app development show. That's what it said. It's called Under the Radar, and it's been running for quite a few years because they've been on iOS store, the Apple Store, the App Store, whatever, for like more than 10 years now. I think both of them. So
Wow.
they're I'm sure they're like full-time indie app developers. So it means that you pretty much create an application, and as we were now talking about, for example, Facebook, you don't have to create the next Facebook. You know, you may only need to create the next, you know, price gauging website or some sort of a
Right.
I don't know, a radio show list searcher, some stupid thing like that, and then maybe, you know, some people may use it and you will get some income to sustain yourself. So you could fund your next project, and you sort of, you know, you could really live off of that by being an independent app developer and just keep making apps. At least that's what. Yeah, because I've seen this video on Computer File.
Yeah, so like as long as it's like useful for like a group of people.
Yeah, and then from what I understand, like, because they're running their podcast and everything, and people maybe even donating to them, maybe even, you know, hearing about their every single new app that they're putting out, so they may, you know, purchase those apps and help them out. It's like you start building up this portfolio of your apps, and, you know, because I've heard that these guys were making pedometer, like Apple Watch step counter, when you're skiing, even like ski exercise count, like all sorts of stuff like that, plus like meeting manager with time zones. So it's like they spread themselves to all of these different branches, meaning if some person is looking for a pedometer application, well, they're gonna presumably buy his, you know, or someone else needs a skiing, because from what I heard, there weren't so many skiing exercising trackers and stuff. So people are gonna buy his, like, you know,
This one, yeah.
yeah, and you slowly accumulate
Expand the
these
fishnet.
projects. Yeah.
Like you said, yeah. I like that term, expand the fishnet. And then eventually you'll just catch like loads of people.
Yeah, because I mean, you the thing is, you may be in the wrong place in the sea. It's like maybe you also need to move a bit to the side to, you know, catch more people, but that can be done with marketing and some market research to realize what people need, because obviously there are apps which you aren't gonna make better. Like, we're not gonna create the next Netflix.
Yeah.
Because we don't have crews, we don't have the budget, we don't have, you know, Netflix are making entertainment and movies, and I don't think we're gonna create the next Amazon. But we're not aiming to do that. We're literally like aiming for smaller independent apps that would benefit some people. And if you find those niche markets,
yeah,
like, I think that's cool, man.
Yeah.
So I hope your idea, man. Hope your damn idea, which you're gonna be implementing over the summer.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not tempting you into telling us, but I'm just saying that you should think about all these things and maybe even find a niche where you could steer your app more towards.
Yeah, and make it, because I was reading into like UX,
and
you want to make it, even if the app like is the same concept, like for example, like like a step counter, right?
Or a
Try and
calculator.
make it, yeah, or a calculator. Try and make it in your own unique way.
Mm.
Like maybe have some sort of story connected to it, or
A nicer way too.
yeah, or a nicer way, yeah. Like if you're just copying other people's ideas, then it kind of doesn't make you very excited towards it. Like which I tried doing, but it didn't work. And like you're not gonna guarantee that someone's gonna come to your product because they can go to that other product that's all been made way better, you know. So yeah, I'm trying to make it in my own unique way,
Ah.
at
You see,
least.
sometimes it's all you need is to
Yeah.
make the same application that someone else made, but remix and add some functionality with which, for example, that app did not have. Or take away some features which people don't need and you think something else could be, because I'm sure there's loads of calculators, but for example, there's no calculator that could, also take a picture of your thing and then it would solve it for you.
Yeah.
And I mean, there are apps that do that, but like, what if you create a calculator app and then not only it's pretty much like a one-step shop for the students. All they need is one app. They don't need, I don't know, like equation solver camera app plus a calculator. All they need is one app. And it's just like very stupid an example, which I don't know. I haven't tried it out. I haven't freaking made an app, so I can't talk about this but it does seem like that's the way to go by observing what people have been doing in the past and how these projects have been sort of gaining success this way.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. So we have a note from Moscow. What's his plans? What's your plan for the summer?
Oh, my plan for the summer. Is to educate myself on certain subjects, and hopefully, with that knowledge and new skills, actually start some projects then, which is like AI basically.
Okay.
So like to start off with, I'm looking into machine learning. So starting off small, not too big. But that's just to kind of gather knowledge of what's already there in the AI space, and understand it, because that's like the most important thing. Because I want to go on to do research in AI, not just implement what already exists, for like applications and stuff. But first you have to actually know what already exists. So that's kind of what I'm doing, and then I have something to actually show to potential employers, and if I want to do postgraduate study, to be like, I worked on this stuff. Maybe I didn't do computer science, I did applied computing, but I've taught myself this maths that I need and whatever. So that's kind of what I'll be doing. Yeah.
Oh, damn, that's cool. That's cool. Have you started doing the maths?
Yeah, I've got some courses that I need to get through. From the YouTube channel Free Blue One Brown or something.
Free Blue One Brown, yeah. He's quite good.
Oh yeah, like the 4 series course he has. I think it goes into neural networks in the end, but like the first two, because I'm taking a course off Coursera by Andrew.
Andrew Yang.
NG. I don't know how to.
I know NG. No, NG. Yeah. Andrew.
I don't know how you pronounce that.
I did half of his course. Yeah.
Is it good?
Yo, he's so good. Yeah.
When did you do his course?
I did it last summer.
Yeah, because I think it's only available in summer, right?
I don't know that for sure, but it was very valuable though.
Yeah,
definitely recommend it. Yeah.
Did you get to like creating any of the apps, or solutions or whatever he does at the end? Like, because he does some examples I know at the end, I think.
Yeah, he does like a review at the end and like a sort of assignment.
Mm-hmm.
And you would use Octave, a programming language called Octave.
Okay.
It's like a simpler C language, like C++ language. And you would try to whatever equations he gives you in the video, you would try to program in Octave and make your own kind of algorithm that solves this
That's interesting.
data set. Yeah.
I need to look into that. Thanks for telling me that, because I thought it might be like in Python or something.
Oh no. But he said
so-
Python will be like it will take the course like way longer to complete.
With Python?
Yeah, with Python, yeah.
How come? Do you know?
I don't know, like maybe just like more like you'd have to think about more things with Python, but with Octave it's just like a simple like one liner, two liner, and you get what you need kind of thing.
Yeah, no, I might be going with Python then.
Okay. But give Octave a go, because it's like it gives you the idea at least, and then maybe move on to Python.
Maybe I'll have a look at that. Yeah, thanks for that.
It's like a blueprint kind of thing.
Yeah, because I'm like interested in all the maths behind it as well.
Yeah.
Primarily, really, and then obviously the actual being able to implement it and use it to solve problems, for potentially getting employed. So I actually have money to fund my own research.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be tied down to like an academic organization, and have to, put forward grant proposals and stuff like that. That doesn't really fly with me. And then the Free Blue One Brown, like his fucking series on YouTube, it looks so good.
Yo, his visuals are amazing.
Yeah, I mean we're all visual learners. Like what he's doing is great. Like I've started to support him on Patreon already. So.
Oh, sweet, nice.
You gotta support those guys.
Definitely,
that do the work for society.
Definitely. I have I've been supporting do you know what's his name again? Sent Dex.
Sorry?
Sent Dex, have you heard of him?
I think so, but I'm not really.
Like everyone was watching during the assignments.
Yeah.
For networks, everyone was watching him like doing socket programming in Python.
How do you
and like
spell
copying
it?
his stuff? Let me type on Discord.
Okay.
And
Let's see if I actually use this video. It's probably because I've.
Yeah, you might have seen him before.
Sent. Oh yeah, well but for selectors, so that was. Oh yeah, that was okay. Right.
He's doing.
I see. Yeah.
He's making a book on like creating neural networks in Python.
Oh, cool.
And I've like he's like launched a Kickstarter, and I've like support the Kickstarter, but I can like give you the PDF. Maybe I can get the PDF of it. But
sure.
Yeah, he's writing a book with like some other guy as well, like showing you all the steps of how to build a neural network in Python.
Okay.
And it looks really good, like a lot better than what I've seen on like other websites. And because like these like other articles are like trying to they try to be too smart for their own good.
Oh, too smart.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you get confused. But with his book, it's more like I'm speaking to you in normal English.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, and you like I learn better that way when someone speaks to me.
Yeah.
Like normally.
So if you like, you can explain like a lot of these concepts with plain English, and they're not really that complicated. But it's useful to like, if you want to actually work with with stuff like that. I know a lecturer saying that it seems it's a little bit harder for him because he doesn't have a maths background.
Oh yeah.
So he's doing like I think machine learning, and I mean neural networks, probably like that kind of stuff. But the concepts are like not that complicated. Like it makes sense.
When you dumb it down, yeah, it does. Yeah.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
Oh, I had this professor in the States. He was teaching assembly. One of his ideas of why we use all the jargon and all these like all sorts of stupid terms, like very difficult to comprehend, even though you could explain it in simple terms, is to just protect our outrageous salaries.
What? Wait, what?
Yeah.
Well, programmers using all these terms
to protect. Than that, I mean, that definitely plays a part. I mean, I definitely do that.
It's a meme, but it does make sense that,
it makes sense.
For example, scientific articles and all of that stuff is written to like protect the integrity of academia.
But
also
the fact that these, like, when if you're speaking with people in the industry, you're going to use the terms that are most efficient for you to use.
Yeah,
Yeah.
obviously that. This is more of
But,
like
I don't
a
know.
jokey way of saying that, we use them and tend to. Dude, I've indeed seen some people overusing this, like, for sure. Not necessarily in programming. It's just like trying to say something and then maybe sound smart and sound cool and then like.
Jordan Peterson.
Mm.
Wait,
I don't know. Whenever I listen
you're
to that
the
guy,
second person. You're the second person who told me this.
really,
Saying
Who's
like
the first?
he uses such like language which is unnecessarily complicated. I don't know. I was like,
I think the people who he speaks to and when who he lectures are probably familiar, because he's a psychology lecturer, right?
Mm,
So, like, the terms that he uses, a lot of them are just terms from psychology that people understand within that field. So,
yeah, I'm sure.
but
But it does make
he
sense
definitely
too.
does, because he's a speaker. He influences people. Like, he's got and that's a quality of somebody who can influence people.
mm,
He uses that kind of language. He uses language well. I mean, he talks about that openly in some kind of lecture or talk to, I can't remember, Harvard students maybe, or I don't think it was Harvard. I think it was one of the UK universities. But yeah, like he talks about like using their depth with language to like, not, I don't want to say their advantage because that's not the words he put it in, but basically,
right. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, I
people who
guess
can articulate themselves, basically.
yeah, I guess that makes sense. Like, you would trust that guy more if he uses like
Yeah.
more technical vocabulary, more like sounding more clever,
Mm-hmm.
But like he's actually clever. Like that's like the whole point of listening to that guy. Like you would want to trust him, you know.
And when you tell people, when you dumb things down for people, they're always they basically are like, oh, so it's very simple.
Yeah.
Mm,
But usually the
like,
thing
it's
is
not that
when you dumb
complicated,
it
is it?
down, it loses meaning too,
Well, not necessarily, but it's like simple when you dumb it down, but to actually like be able to then communicate it to somebody else, you can't just have been told the dumbed down version. It's you have to have studied the thing to be able to talk to people in a conversation about something. And then in conversation, everything is generally just dumbed down anyway. It's like you're not writing a paper, right? You're not checking over it a million times or whatever.
Hmm.
that's what it's called. Layman's terms. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Like simple language that anyone can understand. The process. So like explain to us in layman's terms.
Layman's.
Layman's terms is what it's
Layman's.
called. Yeah.
Layman.
Oh, layman's terms.
Is that some sort of scientist or?
What?
I don't know. Is that
Yeah,
like
what does
an
it
answer?
mean?
Layman. I don't know.
Oh, it's an Urban Dictionary.
Jamie?
To put something
Jamie.
to put something in layman's terms is to describe a complex or technical issue using words and terms that the average individual, someone without professional training in a subject area, can understand, so that they may comprehend the issue to some degree. So, like, instead of saying you need a new piston, valve, guides, stator, and countershaft balancer, in layman's terms, you would say there are some internal parts that need replaced. Basically.
Oscar,
Yeah,
what did I say about it losing meaning?
but that's an extreme. Like, there's levels to this, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Yeah.
can explain a concept, and it, yeah, of course, it's not going to lose meaning because each one of these complicated words has a whole,
Range of meaning.
But then you would pretty much
not range
go
of
into
meanings, but it's
a
got
paragraph about every single thing if you wanted to like properly explain it to someone. And then at the end of
the
the
concept can be
explanation, they
simple,
would
and then implementing the actual concept, that's the hard part because you need to know all the little details. It's like, if you're taught something, but theoretically, then you're asked to implement it, you're gonna find the new problems that you didn't realize were there. But yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah.
Mm.
Interesting one.
Yeah, I mean, like if you, I think like if you could probably like, I don't know, like it's better to put it in layman terms, maybe in writing, than like through word of mouth, maybe.
Wait, so in layman terms, how do we brute force success?
Ah.
What does a person have to do
Well,
so
it is in
that
layman's terms, like what we're speaking. We're not expert. I don't know if there are experts on the
make
subject.
stuff? Make stuff.
make
There we go.
stuff? Okay.
All right.
Keep
That's
making
true.
stuff.
That's
making
actually
stuff.
very true, because no successful people.
Well,
Okay.
manipulating money. You're not
Hmm.
making
Oh
anything.
yeah, stock market.
Yeah, being born into it.
Yeah.
Well, we're talking about financial success, but like
Well, okay.
probably the first thing then would be define your own success. Like if we were to come back to this, what does it mean to be successful? Everyone has their own
If
vision.
it's not success, you're not really making it. I mean, if it's not financial success, you don't really need to make anything, do you? It's just for yourself, build a house for yourself. It's about, I need to know how to build a house.
I guess. But if you have a goal, and your success is, having a family, having a house, having a car, that
Or
still
how
means
about-
you have to push through and somehow achieve them all.
How about invest?
Man, that's finances, though, isn't it?
But that can be
Invest
investing in anything.
in yourself,
Yeah.
like Oscar's doing.
Oh,
Exactly.
yeah, you can
This
invest in
summer.
yourself.
You can, like in layman's terms, how can you brute force success? Invest your time. You can invest money, like with the stock market.
But if you don't have money, invest time.
Yeah.
I wonder. Go on.
Yeah. So you can invest in like a certain skill. So you can use invest in like a broad way.
Yeah, I think it all comes back to it. It all comes back to the same thing we started off with by saying we have 4 months. We have this long summer. No one, nothing is really putting any restraints on us. Like, we can pretty much waste it if we wanted to.
No.
Yeah.
We could just play games all day. We could, I don't know, do anything like this. But we choose to invest, like,
Or you can invest in streaming. So if you want to play games, say that's it. Say if that's what you want, you can invest.
That's true.
In streaming on gameplay.
I think, if you invest in yourself, even like success, like financial success, might come, and it's probably likely to, because you're doing something that you find fulfillment in. But even if you don't find financial success in the end, then at least you found fulfillment. So you've not spent time working a job you don't like, and also not made that much money. So
yeah, fulfillment is key as well. Yeah, like
especially if you can, like, obviously we all need to contribute something to society. Like, that's the name of the game.
Like if you feel fulfillment out of it at the same time, it's a lot easier to invest into something.
Man, that's cool. I think
did Diogenes invest? Did he contribute anything to society, do you think?
His ideas did.
Perhaps, yeah.
His presence, existence.
His knowledge.
Oh, knowledge, man. Yeah, so I mean, I think we're slowly even approaching an hour's mark. Do you guys have any closing remarks on what you want to do? How you felt? Like, for example, Oscar, how you felt since last episode? Like, for this whole week, like, you think you did what you wanted to, or and what you're preparing to do next week, maybe whatever, you know.
No. No, not really.
No.
I've had a lot of things in my mind. I haven't done really what I wanted. Um, I have an idea in mind of what I want to do. At least that was like the start of last week that I had that. I've had just today, like, is that like one of the side projects, I guess, or one of the part-time things that I'm doing is working on websites, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm.
today I've had somebody contact me as well, through somebody who I've worked with before, asking if I could make a website for their business, and and then they asked to look at what I've worked on before, what websites I've made before, and
Really?
I've had like one,
Right.
and then one that I worked on, but it was currently down, and I was like, that's the extent of my work. So I don't know, like because yeah, I've got somebody for actually interviewing and designing, interviewing the clients and then designing the thing, and then I just implement it. So we'll see tomorrow if they, what they think after the interview.
Oh, good luck, man.
Thanks, man.
Good
So
luck.
Yeah,
Hope
dude.
you get it.
that might be a thing, like if this goes through, because I was just like, okay, I'm gonna work on a website for mom, and then for her kind of like sub business thing. So I'll just do that, and that'll be like the extent of my work in like web dev. But then I had this person show up, for like I don't put any effort to like put my name out there as a web developer. So that just kind of came through a contact I had. So maybe if I actually get that gig, I might make this into a thing, but we'll see.
Oh, that's good to hear. I hope you get it. Hope you get it.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, just brute force it, bro. Honestly,
Yeah.
like if you keep going, right? Like at this age, you know, starting off with web dev and just keep making the portfolio, your
Yeah.
third client is already gonna see 2 websites. Your fourth client's gonna see 3 websites, you know?
Yeah.
Just again, expanding it all.
Yeah, we'll take it definitely takes some other kind of engagement, like promotion on social media and you know friends and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's not necessarily something I find fulfillment in, and like that's the thing. Like that's the thing with this summer, you don't really get a lot of time where you just get to focus on one thing if you want to. Just focus all your thinking on one thing is it's what you really need if you're going to really smash something.
Mm.
Um,
Maybe, yeah. Maybe that's what you need. Yeah. Or
and definitely
maybe.
it is, if you want to do some great shit. I mean, you can get a job in software easily, right? But if you want to do something that fulfills you, that is not like the norm, then there is some kind of risk taking there. There's some amount of risk to that, and you just have to accept that. And if you want to be extraordinary at something, it's going to take a lot of focus. And if you can just focus on that one thing, then that's the best case. And also, like with web development, it's hard to say when how long this market is still going to be profitable. We have like all these web builders and stuff, and people are moving to those, and their marketing is probably growing. People, I don't know how much people were used to be able to charge, but like now you can't just you can't just be making a website. You also have to then be doing social media and everything for people if you want to stay relevant. But yeah.
Yeah, that sounds quite interesting. Yeah.
Well, no, but
No, I mean like
Yeah, as in some
like
interesting things outlined.
yeah, like just focusing on one thing and
Oh yeah, where I was
Um,
going with this actually. Yeah.
yeah.
So, but like with machine learning and neural networks and all that stuff, there is used to solve more and more problems. That, if you've got those tools under your belt, then there's no either and you're skillful with them, you can actually properly use them.
Mm.
Then that's I think that's a growing market, and I think web dev is going through recess. Um, within not too long, maybe decades, but still.
Yeah, and you can make a website just by dragging and dropping as well.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah, man. No,
I mean,
like
there's a lot to it, but there's having there's UX nowadays, right?
yeah,
That people actually really care about that.
there's companies specializing on making it like mass producing stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
Just have all the tools they need, and they would just offer, I don't know, even Squarespace. It's so easy to I would imagine it's easy to make a website using them. It's quite expensive, but if you are a person who doesn't know anything about web and you just need your storefront or anything, they're going to take care of everything because they have built this business model where they have all the tools at their disposal, and all they need to do is just, set up a new website, just,
Mm-hmm.
and it's automated. Like even Amazon Web Services, for example, if you need a virtual machine, if you need a server, everything's automated. Just click a button and they're going to spin up a virtual machine for you. And boom, you have a server. So it's like it's easier for them to sell services at lower cost than it would be for some, independent person buying a huge server rack and then individually configuring servers to sell to people. Like
yeah, doing
it's just
doing all that
cheaper
shit
to
for the
go
dollar.
wholesale, man. So
Yeah,
yeah, but I think you were bringing up a very interesting argument. Like, yeah, I don't think there are mass produced AI, machine learning, whatever, like yet. There's
Systems. I mean, it's
frameworks and
still something
everything,
we're
but
understanding. Yeah, there's
yeah,
frameworks and
yeah,
there's tools, but people are always like going to create those to slimline the process.
yeah.
But yeah, um,
yeah, but I like that focus, like focusing on things that are going to be popular in the future.
yeah,
Like,
it's that, and it's actually something that I find fulfillment in. Like, I don't really, websites don't really interest me that much. Making websites for stuff, right?
yeah, I have the same feeling as well. Like, I hated database module. I just hated JavaScript. I hated HTML, CSS.
Oh man, yeah.
But like anything, I like more things that are more like complicated.
Mm-hmm.
Like the AI, like the machine learning Oscar was talking about. And those are the things that like fulfill you, like things that are more like difficult to do.
Yeah, I suppose it depends on the person, because I mean,
Yeah,
for some people, it's just the job, right?
yeah,
It doesn't matter if they're doing websites or whatever they're doing. Whatever is most easy and most profitable for them. That's what they're doing. There's plenty of people that are making bank off of making websites because
Mm,
they can charge people. They know how to charge people tons of money for it.
yeah.
yeah.
So there's room in that if you're somebody who's charming and everything.
And
uh,
they've been brute forcing their way to get to that stage,
yeah, and also just that. And then with the money made from that, they have a life to where they can spend that money. But like for me, learning and this AI path is the life for me. So that's my entire thing. I
Yeah,
don't have a lot beyond this that I would spend money on if I were to work a job I don't like. So that's how simple that is.
Well, as long as you're fed, um,
Yeah.
you know, I've heard some things being said about all of the time that is spent after, well, even thinking about the usual 9 to 5. So it's, what is it, a 40-hour work week, isn't it? I think it's 40 hours if you're working full time.
Mm.
So like
yeah,
every hour on top of that is just pretty much the time you spend to pass the time before you're dead, something like that. It's like that's all the extra time you have. Like, you sort of, you do your job, you do everything that, you need to do to feed yourself, to feed your kids, assuming you're married and you have kids and everything, and then everything else is just sort of time that you just need to pass somehow. And then you choose how you spend that time.
I'll definitely choose that time to relax. If I had a 40-hour work week, like if I spent like staring at the computer screen from a 9 to 5 job,
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like I could not see myself like looking at another screen.
Well, that would be your new motivation then, because right now we're just at university. But if you go into a job and you don't like, and you've got all this ability to program,
yeah,
and then and then what motivates you then is to break out of that loop. You start making those side projects and stuff. That hopefully
I could imagine it would be way harder for some sort of I don't know, like a rocket engineer or like a airplane engineer, like like plane engineer to sort of quit his job to pursue his passion to create planes, because it's like I mean, I don't want to discount and say like you can't really get a loan and just build like a plane or whatever, like easy for sure. Some people do like hobbyist rockets or anything like. But I'm just saying like it's way easier for us to apply our skills in our daily lives than it is for that person who was, for example, some sort of an aeronautics engineer. Like I'm self-hosting everything I can. I'm making websites for myself. I'm creating shit that would help me in certain things. So like I'm seeing very great use and benefit out of the profession that I'm eventually going to end up in, which is the software engineering department. And I would imagine that someone else may actually have a harder time applying their own skills they use every day at work.
Maybe they get paid enough though and they feel fulfilled.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm saying how cool is it so that we have this ability to go home and then use it. It's just cool, man.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. Like I can't imagine like people like those engineers, and like they rely on the company itself to like actually like build their skills. But like when like in this quarantine, like when we have all this time, like they need to either like invest in those like parts they need or find something else to do, because I can imagine it would be quite boring not just like in this quarantine not being able to
I
do
could
anything.
imagine, because when people get laid off and everything, and man, even pilots, what are pilots doing these? Like they are literally getting paid for airtime. That is sad. That is sad, but like when you actually look into it, pilots are underpaid, like heavily underpaid. Especially those young pilots, because all of the longest routes, like those like 8-hour flights and everything, veteran pilots usually get that because it's well, obviously it's the longest flight time you have in one go. Otherwise you have to commute to work, you have to pass through security, you have to do all of that nonsense, and your flight, for example, if it's like a domestic flight, which is 1 hour and 1 hour 30 minutes or so, it's trash. You're literally, because like you're not getting paid for that time to like commuting to work and then passing through security, airport waits. Well, it's pretty much like they are making a decent enough annual income, so there it sort of evens out, but it's just like, and you're pretty much stuck. And if you're laid off or something, like what can you do? You're a pilot. In order for your profession to make you money, the plane has to be in air. But for example, with this unfortunate corona event, it's like when planes getting canceled, flights getting canceled, like
they have
what can you do? You can't just go up to some, well, maybe those private jets and stuff, but they're already staffed. It's not like, it's not to say as if like you're a commercial airline or pilot and then now you got laid off and you go into private jet piloting, because I mean there's already people there. They're also pilots, so I don't know, man. Like that's the thing. I don't know much about pilots, but from what I've heard about people doing analysis on how much they earn and how much you have to spend to get the degree, to get the flight hours needed so that you could become a commercial. It's just like
It's tough,
it's like medicine, man.
Yeah. But even doctors are having a tough time as well.
Oh man, yeah.
Like they've worked hard and now they have the risk of dying.
Oh, yeah, I could imagine.
I mean, I guess maybe they knew that they were going to get into this, but like no one knew that this was coming. So
no one knew this was coming, and obviously doctors do know that they're going to be working with people and they're going to be saving people's lives and maybe even risking their own, and very respectable. I just think we're fortunate if we proceed with this career path. We are very flexible specialists in this field, and it's a very nice
field as well, always evolving. So there's always things for us to do, which is like quite beneficial. Like
maybe people will laugh. Maybe people will laugh at this after like 50 years when they're maybe we don't know how technology will progress and what we're going to be saying 50 years later, 20, 30 years. I don't know, man. But the thing is, currently as it stands, I think we're doing the right choice.
Definitely.
So do we go and brute force success now?
Hell yeah.
And we're gonna be your accountability buddies then. Do you want to formally promise to yourself and to us that you're gonna be making the app or whatever?
I formally promise, hand on my heart, that I will be releasing the app by the time we start uni.
Ooh.
That's it. I said it.
It's
live.
on record. It's on record, man.
Yeah, it's on record.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
Sweet.
Now,
so do I report to you guys every week, or what's up?
You can for sure.
Okay,
so
cool.
It's on record, and I'm doing my game. Oscar's doing websites now. It's been a plot twist. Doing websites and AI and everything.
It's a new art. It's a new anime art. What's happening? He's gonna add some
doing websites, bro. It's a side gig.
He's gonna add some AI machine learning on it. That's how you.
There's data if you're doing e-commerce, so
yeah, it's like analytics and
data science. But there's some crossover in the maths you use, so some amateur data science.
It's interesting. Do you think it's gonna be big data? Is your website gonna produce more data than you can?
I don't know, mate. I don't know. What happens. I don't care.
Well, knowing what you know and what you're gonna know, I'm probably not gonna visit your website.
What? It's not my website.
Well,
I'm not gonna visit any websites that you work on.
Unless you make it open source.
Oh.
we can dissect you. See.
Make sure there's no robot named Bill sitting there.
We'll be your FBI agent.
Okay, be my SEC.
Yes.
Well, can you name your first artificial intelligence or first robot that you will create and he'll gain self-consciousness or something? Can you name him Bill?
Name him?
Yeah, name him Bill.
No, I want to name him Bill, and I definitely won't do that.
Why not? Bill, a good name.
It's probably going to be boring. Karen or Stacy.
You know what You know what kind of robots I want to make.
Oh.
He knows.
Some saucy ones.
NSFW. Not NSFW. Not safe for work.
Call it Nisfu.
Okay.
That works. Anyway, thank you guys for joining me this week. It was a very nice conversation. We sort of outlined very briefly, I guess, but still what it takes to try and I think it's interesting if we can look back at this, you know, after 10 years and say that, oh my God, our thoughts were stupid, bro.
Bro, look at us fucking slaving away at.
Look at these apes. Look at these apes 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, thank you for having me for the first time as well.
Anytime, bro. Honestly, like if you feel like you want to check in,
yeah,
we're on every week.
Sweet.
So thank you everybody for listening. Thank you guys for participating and see y'all later.
See you.
See you.